Hey guys, Marco here in the hangar with JT. Do apologize for the fan, but it's 102 degrees today here, without including the humidity in that. So as you seen last time, we had some problems running the GPS approach. So I have spoken with the GRT. We went back and forth a few times with them. Jeff DeFouw there at GRT has been very kind to spend a little time with me on the issue. And it could be a number of things. It could be that I'm arming the approach a little too soon, and that's, you know, when I think about it, that's a very good possibility. Or two, could be something's up with the GRT boxes, the EFIS. Or it could be a GNS 480 issue. I'm thinking maybe the airing 429, some miscommunication, maybe something loose in the back, I don't know. So what I thought we'd do for today is just go out and fly out. Don't change anything, same radio, same approach, same everything, except the first flight, we're going to not arm the vertical navigation until we are on the final course. If it does turn, if that's the case and then it works, then we're done. And it was just basically user error. I'm hoping that that's what it is. If that doesn't work out while I'm flying, just come around and do an ILS approach just to see if there's any differences between VHF navigation and GPS navigation. If that doesn't work out, come back. I have another radio there from Nick, another GPS GNS 480. We do a hot swap. Go out and try again and see if that generates any differences. That way we're trying to isolate, where the issues are coming from. So I hope you hang in there. Go out and do a quick flight, a little troubleshooting. Hopefully it doesn't take all day. And you're welcome to come along with me if you like. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard 7 Julia Tango. This is gonna be our second flight where we try to troubleshoot the issue that we have with the
Chesapeake traffic 2720 Bravo on the 45, runway 23 Chesapeake.
With the approach to runway 5 last week. I talked to GRT. They gave me a few ideas of things to try. The main thing was to try to arm the approach once I get on the actual final course. So we'll try that first. If that works, we're done with it. If that doesn't work, then while I'm flying, I'm just going to do an ILS approach.
Traffic 2720 Bravo.
Just see if that works. Then we're going to land. And assuming that everything didn't go well, we're going to replace this radio, the GNS 480, with French GNS 480, and we go out and try it again. But hopefully it was just operator error. So we're still not sure if it is operator error, if it is a GRT, or if it is a GNS, but we'll figure it out. Alright, let's turn around here. I got the last part of this taxiway closed. Got enough runway to take off, but we're going to turn around here and do the engine run up. Leave some room for people to get by if they need to. Oh, wait, I don't see anybody right now. Make sure it's rich. What are the EGTs? The CHT is the highest 360. That's good. Alright, canopy is low. Chesapeake traffic, speed runway 7 Tango departing for runway 23 will be
to the southwest, Chesapeake.
Alright, we're not gonna back taxi. Still got 3,500 feet of runway to go. Thousand RPMs, EGTs are coming up, engine instruments looking good. Airspeed's alive.
Obstacle.
1,000 feet to go, 66, rotate. Lost rate here is coming up. 491. Ish, there's 91. It's a hot one today. It was 99 degrees in the hangar, plus the humidity. Might be a little bit better out here. But not by a whole lot. Alright, 500 feet, let's lower the nose. Start climbing 120.
Chesapeake traffic, Spearman 7 Tango, departing to the southwest, Chesapeake.
That's 120 knots. A little bumpy today. I'm just hoping 4,500 feet might be nice and smooth and cool. Okay, fuel pump is off, speed brake is off, gear is off, lights are off. Alright. How about heading toward Etage? Somewhere right around there. Turn autopilot on. And now we go heading mode. Airspeed 120. Alright, got heading is captured. Vertical airspeed is captured on 120. And actually, see what? Do G-nav right away. Might make a little more of a turn to intersect, but camera temperature too high. Got it. Alright, not much to do here. Looking at traffic. Should be intersecting here pretty soon. Looks like the course is alive already. Sorry, got camera issues here. Alright, G-nav's captured. Alright, back to it. Don't know if we are recording or not. I'm gonna turn it on again. Alright, looks like it is recording. That aside for a minute, we're not gonna need it. Alright, what we're looking for is the approach. Let me see, plates. Same as last time, GPS or nav, runway 5, that's the one. Now again, I'm gonna brief it, it's the same as last time. No, we are 2,000 feet from drone to Aldi. Oh goodness, feels good out here. 35 and 45. Fortunately, we're not gonna be up here for very long. Very well. Let's send this guy to the map. Right, the only one thing we need to be careful is that people are landing in the opposite direction, so that is an issue. But the good news is that all we need to see is the autopilot, the whole PFD or MFD, all the instruments to connect to the approach and not just flounder past the final approach course like they did last time. So we don't need to go all the way to the airport to make sure that that happens. Once we pass Naldi, we should know whether this worked or not. Right, see a capture right up here for the 4,500 feet. Alright, this time we're not gonna go as fast as last time. Really what we want is about 2,200 RPM-ish.
Center Brickyard 5606.
Alright, Brickyard, you're on the wrong frequency. Alright.
Unicom 449, Charlie Sierra, radio check.
You're on lean.
Loud and clear.
47% power.
Chesapeake traffic 449, Charlie Sierra, taxing from ramp to runway 28. Chesapeake.
Alright, RPM starting to come down. I'm leaning the engine, looking at those numbers, usually around 1450 or so.
28.8.
They end up hitting the peak, and then we start going down behind peak, lean on peak, about 30 degrees. Right there. Almost got 3 of them. Reach peak. Alright, good enough. Let's pay attention to what we're doing. We should be having a turn coming up. To our next course is to drone 2 8, we're at 8, that's to drone 237. 37. There's a waypoint. Airspeed, we want to keep her on 120. Very well. Don't feel bad up here. It says outside temperature 25. Is in the high 70s. Feels pretty good right now. But unfortunately, now it looks like we're gonna have to start going down, so let's take a look at it. We got drone, then drone to Naldi is a one-way course. And all we need to make sure is that the airplane doesn't go past here, but makes this turn. Once he makes that turn, before Tabby, gonna arm the vertical. We got somebody up ahead here. Okay. I don't see him. Gonna arm the vertical part of the approach and see if it shoots the approach or not. Try to pull the power back a little more. We're on Victor 1 airway, 4,500 feet. Not seeing any other traffic right now. That bad guy that was climbing over to our right. See our highway in the sky here, the magenta boxes. You might not be able to see him with this camera. But we have about 3 miles from drone. Pretty soon we're gonna get a waypoint light there, and we'll make the turn to drone. So we're gonna start resetting 2,000 feet. That's the altitude at which we're gonna descend. Alright, there's a waypoint. Looking for 108. And I think I might have told it to descend. I've told it to descend at 120 knots, so right now it's staying where it is. As soon as I pull the power back, it's gonna start descending. That was my mistake. I should have left that screen up.
Chesapeake Unicom, Archer 409 Quebec, radio check.
Alright.
Loud and clear.
Here's the turn.
Redo the same.
Gonna pull the power back. Start a gentle descent, 120 knots. Door now the
Chesapeake traffic, experimental 7 Julia Tango, 10 miles west on Naldi. We'll be shooting GPS approach runway 5, and then transition to traffic pattern, Chesapeake.
Chesapeake traffic, Archer 409.
Yeah, we might not make it all the way to
Epics over to the run-up area for
the traffic pattern, but just want to make sure everybody knows what's going on. All right, power all the way. Start descending in the hot air. All right, so we overshot a little bit, just as last time. Current GPS, GNav. Well, one thing we want to do that they asked me to do is to try to record some of this. So let's see if I remember how we do this. Go next, demo, record, exit. Okay, recording demo, stop, select stop to save, right, and same thing down here. Exit, next, record, exit. Alright, very well.
And Chesapeake traffic, experimental 7 Julia Tango. We are 6 miles west of Naldi. We'll be shooting approach GPS runway 5, Chesapeake.
Alright, meanwhile, again, get rid of the lean feature. That was good while it lasted. Alright. Make sure this 360 camera is still recording. Looks like it is. Alright, so we're looking for, we don't want to see a suspend light like we did last time.
Do you ever talk about love with somebody you care for?
Here in ELT there.
About love with
Alright, we're going to slow it down a
you
little bit actually
care
now.
for?
Because we don't want to blow through 120 knots, so let's do 90 knots. And we're leveling off anyway, here in 100 feet.
Chesapeake traffic 449 Charlie Sierra, departing runway 23 at Charlie, Chesapeake.
And meanwhile, we're on gas. Still on the left, undercarriage just standing by. Mixture standing by. Pump standing by. And speed brake standing by. There's 90 knots.
And Chesapeake traffic, experimental 7 Julia Tango, 2 mile west of Naldi. We'll be shooting now. GPS approach runway 5 at Chesapeake.
Alright, 2,000 feet, 90 knots, 2 miles from Naldi, looking for the waypoint light to come up, and then we expect the airplane to turn, and hopefully it does just that. Well, we got a sec here. Still PV approach, so let's get the approach on vector. Okay, we're gonna leave that for now. Vertical. On GNav and then GPS speed. Alright, before I put the landing gear down, I want to make sure that this airplane intercepts here. About 1 mile, half a mile to go. Come on, JT, let's make this turn. Come on. And JT is turning to Naldi. I don't see any suspend light. Fantastic.
Chesapeake traffic 449 Charlie Sierra, turning right downwind, runway 23, Chesapeake.
Alright, 048.
Right crosswind, runway 23, Chesapeake.
Alright, now we're on the final approach we want to hit. Okay, SAP arm, GNAV, and GPS V. Execute, altimeter setting acknowledge. Let's go slow, acknowledge. Yes, arriving runway 5. Yes, arriving using runway 5. Synthetic approach is captured. Holy shit, this is working. So it was all operator error. So we don't want to arm the GPS V, i.e. the approach. We got LP1 captured. SAP is synthetic approach is standing by. LPV1 on the vertical part of the autopilot is standing by.
Chesapeake traffic, experimental 7 Juliet Tango, 9 miles southwest of the field inbound GPS runway 5 Chesapeake.
I'm saying we're gonna do this full stop. I mean, I'm happy with it. I'll break it off, you know, a little further down and join downwind. Let's make sure that it captures and it tracks right and everything looks good. Alright, we're gonna chalk that up to operator error. Well, I wish I could say that the documentation was a little more explicit of what you have to do, but there's not a lot of documentation, unfortunately. But I think we have resolved, with the help of GRT support line, we have resolved this issue. So let's do gas again. Gas. Check the undercarriage is coming down. Mixture standing by. Pump is on. Speed brake is standing by. Alright, we're like 1 dot from the glide slope. Getting a little slow here. Let me add some power. There you go. LPV vertical is captured. Should nose over now. That'll be hard to keep his airspeed actually. Alright, I'm a full idle here. Let's see what that does.
Chesapeake traffic, experimental 7 Juliet Tango. We're 6 miles final for GPS runway 5 Chesapeake.
Alright. Gas and the carriage mixture, pump, speed brake. We're gonna keep that for last.
Base, runway 23, Chesapeake.
Well, this is the
Chesapeake traffic,
Alright,
Dr. 409, Quebec, taking runway 23 for departure to the southeast, Chesapeake.
Chesapeake traffic, experimental 7 Juliet Tango, 5 miles southwest of the field, inbound GPS runway 5. We'll be joining downwind runway 5. I'm sorry, runway 23, Chesapeake.
Alright, I'll buy this. This is looking good. So 1,000 feet, we're gonna kick it off and go land. Right. Put some lights down.
Traffic, 449 Charlie Sierra, turning final, runway 23, Chesapeake.
Man, this is kind of hard. I'm a flight idle doing 96 knots. Don't want to throw the speed brake down now though. It's a little bit early. But that's the way the approaches are on the long ease. It's a very slick machine. Really hard to slow it down and go down at the same time. Alright, I see 1,000 feet. We're gonna knock off the autopilot. And let's go for a downwind.
Chesapeake traffic, experimental 7 Juliet Tango. We have stopped the approach 1,000 feet. We're 3 miles south of the field, joining downwind runway 23 Chesapeake.
Alright, runway's over there.
Traffic, Archer 409 Quebec, making a right turn out for off of runway 23 for noise abatement, headed to Lake Drummond. Anybody working?
Yeah, watch out. We got you inside. Never mind. 7 Juliet Tango. We're at your 9 o'clock. You'll be on factory fast behind you.
9 Quebec, copy.
Alright, so you got 9 Quebec right there.
90 Quebec's visual, we see you guys pass behind us.
Roger that.
Chesapeake traffic, 449 Charlie Sierra is on the roll, runway 23, Chesapeake.
Chesapeake Drive, experimental 7 Juliet Tango. Downwind, runway 23, full stop, Chesapeake.
Yeah, so I was saying this is the best scenario. I was hoping for a user error, aided by the lack of documentation. But now we know that we don't want to execute the approach too early. I'm sorry, and by execute I'm talking about the vertical path. Apparently that confuses the automation. So good to know. Yeah, the best thing is that I don't have to tear down the airplane to make it airworthy again, to make it airworthy in the sense, you know, IFR wise, that is. All right, let's go down on the base here.
And Chesapeake Drive, experimental 7 Juliet Tango, turn in, right base, runway 23, full stop, Chesapeake.
Chesapeake Driver 449 Charlie Sierra, turning right downwind, runway 23, Chesapeake.
Right, speed brake gas, undercarriage, mixture, pump, speed brake.
500.
And Chesapeake Drive, experimental 7 Juliet Tango, turning final runway 23, full stop, Chesapeake.
Chesapeake traffic, 1 Alpha Hotel, 10 miles east of Naldi, shooting the RNAV 5. I'll be breaking off the approach, joining us downwind, landing 23, Chesapeake.
Obstacle.
All right, try the brakes. Work.
Chesapeake traffic 449 Charlie Sierra, turning right base, runway 23, Chesapeake.
And Chesapeake Drive, experimental 7 Juliet Tango is clear of the active at Bravo taxi to the ramp, Chesapeake.
All right, one thing we forgot. Let me open up before we cook here. One thing we forgot. All right, pump is off. Time is 37. Was to turn that demo, the recording on. Hey guys, so what do you think? We got to figure it out. It was just operator error. I'm honestly glad that that's what it was, because that way I don't have to go mess with anything else. I just need to know that not to arm the vertical part of the approach until we have turned on final. I wish I could say that there was some documentation that explains that in detail, but you know, unfortunately, GRT is a great company. It's got very innovative products, but the documentation it's a little bit behind. So again, great product. I wouldn't change it. I love it. Fits great in my panel. It does incredible stuff, so I'm really loving it. But just need to be aware that you know, you might have to try things first, make sure they work before you go out flying IFR. So with that said, you know, I'm glad it was my fault. That means that we don't have to change anything, and we just can move on, start shooting approaches everywhere. And one thing I would like to do is go back at Tri-City and try that T approach, make sure that, you know, double check, make sure that that one works well. But I do appreciate you sticking around to the end of the flight and finding out with me that the problem was not hardware based, but it was just software based. And now we get that figured out. I think it's a lesson that I won't forget. We'll see you around in the next flight. Take it easy. Ciao.